This is my sixth year at Nacro. I started on the schools program in 2008, then moved on in 2012 to the foundation learning, now the study program. That's where I'm teaching functional English, functional maths. Good morning, class. Right, today we want to look at some names of things that we use in everyday life. When we talk, we use names to describe things. We want to be able to write what we do in everyday life, because the reason why we learn English is we should be able to write, we should be able to use it to speak. I was inspired to become a teacher because of my background. My father was a teacher and he was a good role model. I admired the sort of hard work and the sort of painstaking effort he took to prepare for his work. You see, those skills made an impact on me, and I saw the number of students that he brought up, and in my family as well, 3 of us are teachers through that pioneering role. After that, I trained as a secondary school teacher, and have been working with young people of a teenage age, and for more than 20 years now. And that meant I know a lot about how they behave, their likes, the things that they don't like, and I can use that pool of knowledge to engage the young people. And of course, I need to motivate them. For example, I always talk about my life story, how I was brought up, the challenges that I made, and how I was able to persevere through all those challenges to make a success of my life. If you look at the profile of some of our learners, they come here without any qualifications. There are learners sometimes who didn't engage in school because the setup of a school environment sometimes can have some barriers which don't create opportunities for all the learners, because teachers sometimes have to be handling classes of up to 30, and there may not be that scope to engage with those learners who have low-level skills. So we teach those sort of students who do not have any qualifications or did not engage at school, and they like this environment so much because they are treated with respect at Nacro, and because we deal with far fewer students than in a classroom environment, we are able to give them individual attention. We create opportunities for engaging one-to-one, and we have learning support assistants that can give that extra support in class. And since I started here, we have churned out a number of youngsters who have gone on to make good use of the skills they have learned and progress on with their lives, and the progress that they have been making is phenomenal. They come here, sometimes they don't engage, but in a few weeks we engage with them, they turn around, they become positive and come out with qualifications from entry level 2 up to level 2, and they go on for apprenticeship. Nacro is a good employer. I feel the sort of training opportunities that is given by Nacro to enable its employees to improve themselves. And they managed to put me on a PGCE, which I did with Canterbury Christ Church, and I managed to successfully complete that, and that's proving very valuable for me. And at the moment, I'm pursuing a specialist course to teach English and maths at the Institute of Education. Nacro is a very critical organization because at Nacro, the sort of youngsters we are helping we use the term need, not in education, training or employment. And these are youngsters that are in great need of help to help them progress so that they can help themselves to progress, look for jobs instead of being on income support. And by doing something productive with their lives, they are able to help their communities, and also they put a lesser burden on the government in terms of providing them with income support, because once they have acquired skills and progressed, then they can work for themselves, earn money to improve their lives and their families. And they also act as role models, because some of them, because they are not in education and training, there is a risk that they may fall into crime or other practices that are not good for their communities and society. So by having them here, we give them skills, they have something productive to do, they learn from their tutors, they learn from their peers, and really they make a success of themselves. I believe all adults are teachers and mentors of youngsters they live with. So when you live with a youngster or you work with somebody younger than you, what's necessary is for you to listen to them, find out what are their aspirations, open up to them what really do they find barriers in achieving their aims and goals. Then in that way you are able to help them. And what I believe is necessary when we are working with youngsters is to work in partnership with them, not telling them what to do all the time. Ask them what they need to do. Then within those boundaries of what they want to achieve, you give the guidance that you feel from your own experience as well can enable them to achieve their goals. Because when you are teaching young people, right, sometimes they may not appreciate the importance of what you are teaching them. So you need to break that barrier by making them understand why a certain program is important for their lives. Once you have done that to them, then they are able to make judgments for themselves to say, oh, this particular program is good for me. And when it's good for them, then we create the necessary environment for them to pursue that goal.